Hi internet people, I'm at a slightly odd angle for this intro because I just finished filming the entire Queer-entine's vlog and I'm about to get ready for bed. So I thought I would just film the intro so that you know exactly what I read and kind of some stuff that happens in the video. So the lighting's a little goofy, I don't have my ring light set up. Lighting is better throughout the rest of this video, though it is a vlog so it's some goofy filming. But in this video, I had mentioned in a previous video what I'd be reading, but in case you didn't see that, I'm going to be reading throughout the course of this, The Princess and the Grilled Cheese. What do I read next? Oh my gosh. Pride and Prejudice in Pittsburgh, Love and Other Disasters, and then I very briefly reread the Harley Quinn animated series Eat, Bang, Kill Tour graphic novel. That is all I wind up reading. I mentioned attempting to read a couple other things, but that just doesn't happen. I'll get to them. They will happen eventually. One, I think I'm gonna hold off and do during Pride, but I might do it sooner if I get the time. And I do a lot of cooking, which is, I mean, I do a lot of cooking normally. I cook dinner almost every night. Sometimes I cook lunch depending on our schedule, like if it's a weekend or sometimes during a work day. If it's a quick thing that I can cook in my like lunch break, I'll do it. So there's a lot of cooking. So I show a lot of food. At some point you will see me in a full Harley Quinn cosplay after making a food item related to Harley Quinn. I talk a little bit about a very cool Winona Earp announcement. There are lots of puppies. There is at some point a lot of puppy whining because the puppy is obsessed with a kitten. And I feel like that might be it. I also mentioned a bunch of movies. We sadly don't get to watch any of them in the vlog, though I wouldn't have recorded them even if we were. But I suggest some really fun movies that could fit into like a Queer-entine's theme or like a queer, like just fun evening watch. But yeah, so that is the vlog. I hope you enjoy it. If you have your own suggestions for Queer-entine's, or if you think someone would want to like do this, like if you would be interested in me attempting to do it as like a challenge next year, I don't know, let me know. But I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed the vlog and I will see you in the next clips. Hope you enjoy. I always try and say bye. Oh my gosh. Hope you enjoy it and see you soon. Hello. Okay, I tried to do a cute making coffee video. That didn't really work. I forgot to push record is what happened. But I'm drinking 12 ounces of espresso technically, though I run the pod twice, so I do like one pod for 2 cycles of 6 ounces, just because I think it still tastes good, and it has cold foam that is quickly melting on top. I've already had some coffee today, but I'm really cold. I'm like super cold, so I'm in here to warm up for like a couple minutes, because I'm too cold. I filmed a video before work that is going up and should already be up by the time you see this vlog, because this is the Queer-entine's vlog. I filmed that and then I got changed and I drank coffee before I filmed, and I'm just really cold. So before I do a bunch of stuff, I'm just warming up really quick and then getting to work because it's work day. But I have The Princess and the Grilled Cheese, so I haven't started it yet, but it is the first book for the Queer-entine's vlog. I'm not wearing anything particularly fun. I think it's cute. It's a Grumpy Care Bear hoodie. Grumpy is Krista's favorite Care Bear, my wife. And so I got it. She has a matching hat that we're running errands later and I might wear it while we're out and about because I think it'd be funny. But I am freezing. So I'm gonna warm up. I'm gonna read a teeny bit of this while I drink this coffee and then I gotta go. But I thought I would at least have you here while I start this. So the plot of this is Lady Camembert wants to live life on her own terms. I'm gonna like briefly go through this, but that can't happen. When her father dies, she disguises herself as a man and begins a life as Count Camembert. The issue is there's a beautiful princess named Brie, and she catches Cam's attention, and the two grow closer and they have to figure out if they're going to share their secret. I think this looks so cute. The art looks really cute. I have not read any of this yet. I've been holding off for ages, but it looks adorable. Oh, it's dedicated to her wife Emily. That's adorable. I think actually, sorry. Yeah, their wife Emily. This is so cute. But oh gosh. Oh, the art is adorable. Okay, I'm gonna read a teeny tiny bit and then I gotta go. So hope you enjoy this little reading-y clip. Oh gosh. Ah! Oh gosh. Ooh. Yes. Go her dad. Okay, I have to go. I know that wasn't even time, but I'm gonna stop filming because I really do have to go and I really need to drink this coffee to warm up. So I will see you later. At that point, I probably have finished this because it's a comic and I read those pretty quick, but I will talk to you later. Bye for now. Okay, before I leave, I had to show you the cats. They were all like super cozy while I was, they've been sleeping. Hi, Salem. Our fourth cat, Goose, is in the bathroom taking a nap, but I'm gonna go after you've seen the super cute cats. Hello, you're gonna hear lots of dogs because it's lunch and Krista is home and I was able to finish The Princess and the Grilled Cheese. This is the cutest freaking book ever. Sorry about the dogs. Also, I am making grilled cheese because you have to, they eat so much grilled cheese. This is so freaking cute. So Cam, I already told you the plot, but they're just adorable. It's actually based on the author and her actual wife. Their actual wife, sorry. And it is adorable. Krista's checking on the dogs while I make these sandwiches. Though they said that their grilled cheese is, because it's based on, hi Salem, actual like grilled cheese things. They used Kraft, like their wife always uses Kraft. I used cheddar because my grandma taught me how to make grilled cheese when I was super little. I used the stove at like age 4. She was watching, but I think I was 4. And she always made them with cheddar cheese that you cut, like the cut kind. So I cut cheddar cheese going, but it's so cute. I love ricotta, and it's a gorgonzola. She's a widow, but she's a fashion like designer. So good, and like I love that Princess Brie is like an advocate and her dog is adorable. While that's going, I'm gonna show you, I don't want to spoil anything, but I want you to see her little poofy dog. Oh, and Feta is incredible. Feta is like Cam's like nurse almost, like grew up with Cam. I will say this is, I'm gonna say they are lesbians as a couple, but Cam is also fine like being a guy. This is the dog. The dog is adorable. Come on, focus up, focus up, focus up, focus up. Don't look at me, focus on the book. There we go. Yeah. Super cute. And now it's focusing back on me. But it's a great book. It's like super quick to read. Like I was just really, really invested in it. It was adorable. Well, these are burning, I think. The pan is too hot. Oh no, they're not burned. Oh, thank goodness. My pan is burnt a little. I will show you my sandwiches in a sec. The cheese is not super melty, so it's fighting being a grilled cheese sandwich right now. But so far, here are the sandwiches. You're gonna move because you're a tripod. Sandwich. My oven / stove is super dirty. There we go. Grilled cheese sandwiches. But I had to make them for lunch. I had to. Sorry about that angle. I should have just flipped you to the other direction and shown you. Yes, so I'm making grilled cheddar cheese sandwiches with a lot of butter because that's how my grandma taught me to make them. Yeah, that grandma in particular was not super mobile. She had broken, I think, both hips at that point. And she just like, I would spend the night in her apartment thingy, and she'd be like, oh, we should make grilled cheese sandwiches, and I would make them. I might have been 5. Probably not old enough to use a stove, but it's fine. She was watching. I didn't set anything on fire. I think she had an electric stove and not like a gas stove, which is probably safer for small children, I guess. But yeah, so Princess and the Grilled Cheese, adorable. The author and their wife, adorable. There are pictures in the back of the two of them. The wedding dresses are inspired by the actual people. It was just so freaking cute. So if you haven't read it, you should read it because it is adorable. It's a great way to start Queer-entines. If I have time today, I am going to start, yes, I am flipping grilled cheese sandwiches while I talk. Pride and Prejudice in Pittsburgh, which is by Rachel Lippincott, I think is her name. She did a book I really liked called She Gets the Girl with her wife, I believe. They also co-wrote 5 Feet Apart, which is on like all the books, but I think She Gets a Girl came out before Pride and Prejudice in Pittsburgh, so I don't know why they're not blurbing that one when it is also queer. Slight problem though, I don't like Pride and Prejudice. Sorry, I could never get into it. I can't get into any of them. I don't know why. So I'm hoping I still like it because it's time travel-y. I'll talk about it more when I start it. But yes, also my hair is still down. I need to put it up, but it's down from the video I filmed before work. But I'm gonna go because we have sandwiches and I'm gonna take a photo of them with the book for Instagram because I can. But yes, so The Princess and the Grilled Cheese, absolutely freaking adorable, and you should read it. I got it from Target because it's not Target. You should definitely read it. Also, Jordaline really liked it because she's how I found out about it. So I'm gonna go. I gotta turn on the fan because my pan is burning a little, even the grilled cheeses are fine. So I will talk to you later when I get to the next book. Bye. Hi. Okay, you can kind of see how messy my kitchen is, though these are all clean. I am prepping lunch real quick. So we get, and again, this is not sponsored because I'm not a fancy enough YouTuber, or really fancy enough to get sponsors for any social media. Anyway, we get Every Plate, and this particular week, Krista is working like a billion night courts. So I've been trying to make her like a big-ish lunch, so that she doesn't get super hungry if she gets stuck at court for a long time. So I'm making the chicken sandwiches, though sort of. They always want you to bread them and like fry them in a pan. I just don't want to do a breaded chicken sandwich. So we are just doing like oven cooked chicken really quick. And then potato wedges. And then tonight, while she's at court, I'm going to cook a pasta dish, but make some tweaks because we have some mushrooms I need to use. So I do that a lot actually. Like, I frequently kind of tweak the recipes. Nothing against the recipes. They're very good most of the time. But like sometimes I just don't want to do what they want me to do. So like tonight's is supposed to be an Italian pasta, but it wants to put long green pepper in it and I don't want to do that. So I'm putting mushrooms in it instead. And the onion from a different box. So I just kind of play around with it however I want. But I wanted to do a check-in because I haven't actually read much. I read the first chapter, You're Gonna Hear Dogs. They just went out and had dental treats. So you might hear chewing or a little bit of coughing. And I was fighting with my oven because it didn't want to keep heat, which it sporadically does, which is a little annoying. It's a gas stove. So sometimes I think like we have a lot of pets. So I think hair gets in the igniter and I have to like check it. So it's fine. It's now heating, okay. But that took a little time, which was not fun. But anyway, update on the book while I'm putting potatoes, there we go, potatoes on a tray, so I can get those in. But I haven't really read anything. I read the first chapter of Pride and Prejudice in Pittsburgh, and so I can tell you. So I didn't really give you a description, but the story is there's time travel in it. So Audrey, our main character, she applied to her dream school, which is RISD, and she really wants to be an artist. Like she used to draw all the time, but she went through a breakup. I believe she's bisexual. She's like bi or pan. Is it gonna work? Yes. I had to make sure the oven kept heating. But she was dating a guy who also was really into art, but then he like no longer wanted to do art. He's going to a different school. They broke up and now she's just like not really inspired. But so in the description of the book, we know at some point like Regency era stuff happened. So Lucy is our other character and she is not in the present. I think it said she's in 1814. Again, I am not a big Austen girly. Like I just can't get into like Regency stuff. I don't know why. But I picked this up because I like the author. I really like She Gets the Girl. Like I thought it was a really good book. And that was co-written like 5 Feet Apart was. And this is a solo. So I am curious to see how this differs because she's doing both points of view instead of just one of them. So there is that. So I am intrigued. We just know she likes to draw. She's an artist. And is not feeling inspired. So I think the time travel element is going to inspire her because she has to submit a new portfolio to RISD with 5 additional pieces. That's all I know so far. But I thought I would explain in part why I picked this book, because you would think, you don't really like Pride and Prejudice. Why would you pick a book with Pride and Prejudice in the title? And the reason I picked it is actually because of the Pittsburgh. So I already knew I liked the author, which is a huge plus. But Krista went to Penn State, though she went to Penn State Law School, and that's actually in Carlisle, and not in Pittsburgh. So it's in a different area, but I picked Pittsburgh. I picked it because it made me think of her, because she's also a huge Steelers fan. So I'm wearing a Penn State hoodie that she gave me while we were dating. It has a little paint on the back, a very tiny bit, because I wore it when we painted our laundry room. But I wanted to wear a specific like Penn State themed thing. I'm putting something in the oven. While I was reading the book today. I'm probably not gonna get much read during the day because I have work. Setting a timer. I know you can't really see me and the lighting's a little goofy over here. We're gonna move to my coffee area. While I put this in the sink, you can see my sink. Kind of. I'll wait. You're coming with me to make coffee. Hello, look at me while we make coffee. Okay, so I don't know that the angle is great. I'll just hold the tripod. So she went to Penn State, huge Steelers fan, so I thought it would be fun because eventually we're going to take a trip to Pittsburgh. I've never been, ever, but I think it would be fun. So anyway, I picked it up because of that. I also like time travel stuff, so I'm very curious. And I feel like it'd be a book Krista might like because she also really likes time travel in books. We frequently audiobook different queer romances. But it just depends. She's been so busy that we haven't really gotten to any. We started Iris Kelly Doesn't Date because we both really wanted to listen to it because we like the other two, but she has genuinely been so busy. I think we've listened to 2 chapters since we downloaded it like on release day, so that hasn't happened. The goal this year is to like make dedicated audiobook time so we can get to more stuff. So that's the hope. And then I really do think I can do like get a hunk of this read today because Krista does have work, like I already mentioned, so she'll be at court, and normally when she's at court I work on dinner, so I'll cook dinner. I might watch Jennifer's Body while I do dinner. It's not really like a queer romance, but it feels so very queer, so I might watch that while I'm cooking. Then once food is all ready, I just sort of like package it up a little so that it can be reheated. And then my plan is, I'll just do this. Help if I hit the button. Then I normally let the dogs out because our girl dogs can be out, but our boy dogs can't because they have a tendency to decide to want to pee. It's a territorial thing. It's whatever. But they stay in during the workday because we can't monitor them. Oh, you need water. That was my coffee machine. Making coffee. Ta-da, right there. The mug looks really boring right now, but it's a Rosa Potgary mug. Yeah, so I normally let them out and I just put it on like an innocuous show, like Bob's Burgers that I've already seen for background noise. Also, one of our dogs barks at commercials. If there's a dog on the TV or a cat, he barks at it because he just does. It's normal. It's because he's a Rottweiler and he's a boy, and some of our other boys do that, especially when they're 2, when their hormones are all still a little crazy. So I just put it on Bob's because they're normally not like animals. We skip episodes with dogs, cats. There's one with a spider we had to skip. Last night we watched Carry On My Wayward Bob, which is the most recent Valentine's Day episode from season 12, and he couldn't watch it because there's dogs and sheep, but we watched it because it's cute. I just didn't update you in the evening because we like ran some errands. We picked up Chipotle because it's kind of late already, so I didn't cook. And then we watched Bob's, and we watched some MasterChef, and then we went to bed. Though I wanted to ask, okay, so when we watch a cooking show like MasterChef, we always have to pick a contestant. So we pick after audition. So like first, this time Krista and I waited until after the first episode, and then we picked. And then like you root for that person throughout the season. At this point, both people we picked are out, though my person got out because of their partner, and I'm so annoyed. But now we're both rooting for the same person to win. It's an old season, so it's not new. We just don't look up who wins. So I've been watching that. I'll turn this off. And so we'll probably watch more of that tonight. The goal is to watch Imagine Me and You, probably Valentine's Day, not till later, but Imagine Me and You and Debs, because we haven't watched Debs in forever, sometime like this week, early next week. You're also going to see a lot of cooking in this vlog, which was not planned. exactly, because I'm gonna be doing a lot of cooking because I do anyway, and then I'm making a recipe from the Harley Quinn show. I'm making one up, and I'm gonna film that, and you'll get to see me as Harley because I'm gonna do some Instagram content. But yeah, so yeah, but do you pick people in shows? Also, do you cook a lot? I feel like I'm doing so much cooking this week, but I gotta go. Food is cooking, should be ready by official lunchtime. I put up a status because I really need to get food in the oven. But I got back to work because I have coffee and food is cooking. So I will update you probably when I actually have more of the book read. So later this evening, but I might show you what I'm cooking for dinner. But I gotta go. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Getting ready for the dance. Blissfully ignorant that some poor chump was on his way to being a Satan chow.
In my underpants, Mom.
I need to give you something.
Hi. Okay, I'm doing a quick update while I'm finishing up. So food is done. I just have to sort of pack it away while Krista's at court, so I can reheat it later. But and a book update because I read a little while I was like waiting for pasta to boil, and because I had a little downtime while I was organizing some stuff. The dogs are one of them, Bruni. He's super whiny. And he's annoyed he is still in his crate. They've already been out for like dinner and all of that, but he had to go in while I was in the kitchen, and so did Parker, but they're about to come out. So as soon as I do this update, I'm gonna get this situated, and then I'm gonna hang out in the living room with them and read more of the book. But Pride and Prejudice and Pittsburgh, we've gotten to the point in the book, so this is not really spoilers. I don't really want to spoil any of these, but this is in the flap, like the description, so it's not a spoiler. I've gotten to the book officially where oh my gosh, Audrey, yes, has appeared in Lucy's life. So somehow someone at the convenience store like flips a coin at her, and then she suddenly winds up in a field, and that field is in 1812. I think it's 1812, which is so, sorry, my brain was just like 1812, the war of 1812. Anyway, it does not matter. We've gotten to the point where she is in the past and she has no idea why. She's tried to get back a couple of times, still has no idea why. She has just like wound up here. Though the person who flipped the coin said something about like finding something, like understanding herself, finding what she's missing. So it is interesting. But we've gotten to that point, and now she has to kind of like fit in with society. So she's wearing like a corset and like the clothes of the time. And we're having cute moments between the two of them. Neither one of them at this point is like looking at each other romantically. Lucy is basically getting married. She is betrothed according to her father, I guess. And then Audrey went through that breakup. We actually met the ex. She is over him officially. But they're just like having fun, hanging out. Camera, there we go. Like suddenly unfocused from my face, probably because my hand was moving. Yeah, so I'm at the point where they are together in the past and like bonding as friends. So I'm curious to see where it goes. She Gets the Girl has a similar like bonding as friends setup. It's a little different, but in that one, the two female main characters are just friends and are working together as friends to hook one of the girls up with someone else. So that's the plot of that book, just as general. That one's really fun. But I am getting the same like friends to romantic interest vibe. I am liking it so far. The Regency element is not too much for me. I'm just sort of taking it in as a kind of like, oh, very like proper women kind of thing, but it's not detracting from the reading experience for me. I don't mind things set in like historical periods. It's just Regency romance itself often doesn't do it for me. Like I just can't like really get into it, but I am enjoying it so far. So I'm curious to see what happens in the rest of the book. Again, there will be no spoilers for anything, but I'll give you more of my thoughts once I get further in. I'm hoping to read a hunk while the pups are out, once I get this food packed up. So I'm gonna go so the puppies can enjoy some time out in the front room while I read. So I'm gonna finish up this dinner stuff, and I'll talk to you later. Hello from the dogs who are like, Mom is filming us. Everyone act totally normal. So normal. Squeak things. Do stuff. Really? You're gonna force them to play tug with you because you're on camera? So Krista is still stuck at court and the dogs were asleep, but I was super hungry and Krista was like, I don't know when I'm getting home, so if you're hungry, go ahead and eat. So I ate dinner and and they are all just hanging out. They're gonna mellow out in a sec. We're watching Bob's, the fireplace is on. But yeah, so that's what they're doing. Kira is being annoyed. Rotate you slightly so you can see my face because, yep. So, hi, look at my face. Thank you. Goodness, camera. I'm gonna have to go in a sec because these dopes over here are playing this fun game that they like to play that annoys everyone else. So Kira gets up in Parker's face, it annoys Chloe, it annoys Parker, it's a whole thing. Yeah, and they're gonna be super loud about it because they like tackle it, it's a whole thing. But yeah, so I managed to finish my book while all this tackling is going on. Hold on. Okay, I am back. Took a sec for my camera to focus. So I was doing a lot of weird things. Chloe's pacing because she has a toy, but she's laying down. Parker's gonna lay down in a sec. Kira has a bone, Bruni has a toy, so everyone's chilling slightly. A Binks is being ridiculous, and a Bane is in a tower above my head. And you can see my laundry room. But I thought I would fill you in. I'm gonna slightly switch hands, maybe. I can do that. Yep. Okay, so I finished the book. I have it right here. Finished it. It was cute. It's a YA book, so not super steamy. There is a sort of like fade to black moment, but it was very cute. I wish we'd gotten to know what happened to some of the characters in 1812, but I get it. The book is about the two main characters. We don't need to. The time travel element was very fun, and gets explained by the end of the book, which I liked. I won't tell you how any of it works, what any of it does, but I will tell you it does get explained in case you wanted to know how it worked. And I just thought it was really cute. It was a cute story. It reminded me a teeny tiny bit of One Last Stop, which I almost read for this, and if I have time I might reread because I have read it before, but I really wanted to reread it because it's been a while, so I might toss that in if I have time. But I've read it, I've had dinner. I'm not gonna start anything tonight. I think tomorrow I'll start Love and Other Disasters, but I'm doing that on audio so I can listen to it during work, so I'll do that. And then I have some food plans. Krista has court again tomorrow, so I'm going to prep some stuff for a recipe I'm doing because I need to cook part of it the day before, so I'm gonna cook part of it tomorrow. I'll show it to you while I'm doing it, but I have to cook that tomorrow so it can be completely cool because I have to be able to cut it and put it in something. So I'm gonna do that while I'm making dinner tomorrow. I'm gonna make something else for dinner than what I was going to. Because it's gonna be pasta again, and I don't think I want to do pasta again. So we shall see what I'm feeling. But yeah, so the pups are all chilling. I'm gonna turn Bob's back on. But yes, I do think it was really cute. I will say I did like She Gets a Girl a little bit better, but only because this has that like Regency thing that I'm not a huge fan of. I still really thought it was cute, so I would recommend it if you're looking for like a cute, fun, quick read. I highly recommend for a YA audience. I think I would have liked it even more if I was younger, but I really enjoyed it. And you do get to know what happened to some people, which is nice. Just not everyone. I want to know what happened to everyone. But I'm gonna go. I will not see you again until tomorrow, when I start Love and Other Disasters, which I'm really looking forward to. So I'm gonna say goodnight for now, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Hi, trying to do something. Hold on, I can bet you in, yep.
Hachette Audio presents Love and Other Disasters. Written by Anita Kelly. Read by Lindsay Dorcas. Chapter 1. Dahlia Woodson might have been shit at marriage, but she could dice an onion like a goddamn professional. The first even slices, the cross-hatching, the comfort in how logical and perfect it was. Dahlia had put in the work, onion after onion, until she could create consistent knife cuts every time, until she trusted her hand, her knife, without having to think about it at all. Fast and efficient and right. When Dahlia stepped onto the set of Chef Special in Burbank, California, on a Tuesday morning in late July, she thought about onions. She certainly couldn't focus on the mahogany floor under her feet, how it positively gleamed, or how high the ceilings were, far higher than she had imagined, than seemed like some sort of sports stadium for food nerds. And the lights, sweet holy Moses. It felt like walking into an airport terminal after a long cross-country flight. Everything too fast, too loud, too full of new. Except the set of Chef Special wasn't new, not exactly. Dahlia had seen it before, back home on her TV set. But it was different in person, more overwhelming, more surreal. She approached the soaring wooden archway that marked the rear edge of the set. It was majestic and unmistakable, like the doorway of a cathedral, if a kitchen could be a church. She shuffled around it, staring in awe, dazzled by the shining lights above. And a second later, smacked herself right into a solid wall of person. A person who released a displeased grunt at Dahlia's face implanting into their chest. Dahlia bounced back a step, a rubber ball of embarrassment, tongue sticking to the roof of her mouth. Blinking up, she watched as the other contestant ran a freckled hand through their strawberry hair. It was buzz cut on the sides, long gone.
Hi. Okay, today is a super busy work day, so I'm taking like 2 seconds to fill you in on the fact that I have listened to all of Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. So I've basically been listening to it all day since before work. The only time I took a break was during lunch because Krista came home and we ate and watched a little bit of Next Level Chef. But I just finished it and it was so cute. Okay, so you didn't really get... I don't know. Yeah, I'm still going with cute. Okay, so you didn't really get any description of this book. I just sort of like started it this morning while Salem helped me make coffee. She does that a lot. She likes to just sit on my shoulders while I'm making coffee. She's very into it. Speaking of coffee, I have some over here. I'm drinking out of my Rose Apothecary mug this week. I have a different mug that I normally use, but this felt very on theme. I need to sip. Okay, so, because I didn't describe the book at all. I know it's been out for a long time. I downloaded it forever ago for Krista and I to listen to, and we haven't listened to any Anita Kelly books, so I said I would give her a try and see if I liked the writing style, characters, all of that, and if we want to do any in the future. We frequently have listened to Casey McQuiston, oh gosh, oh no, yeah, Ashley Harrington, my brain is mush right now because I've been so busy. And then what's the other one? I swear there's another one. Oh, Jill Dugan or Jennifer Dugan. We've listened to a lot of their books. We're still behind. We need to listen to Iris Kelly Doesn't Date and Love at First Set. But back to the book I actually just finished. Okay, so Love and Other Disasters is focused on Dahlia and London. Dahlia is a divorcee who has been cast on the, oh my gosh, what is the name of the show? I forget the name of the cooking show, and because it was an Audible book, it's really hard for me to pull it up. But it's basically MasterChef, which is funny because we just finished the most recent season of MasterChef last night. And one of the contestants on the show did not, so she used she, her pronouns, but was saying she's embraced like androgynous style. So that was fun. Anyway, fake MasterChef, because I can't remember the name of the show. Too many cooking shows are in my brain. So Dahlia has been cast and had to, I always wonder about this anyway, has had to quit her job and like move for the show to Los Angeles from Maryland. Though there's some moving around and mentioning of other places, so still pretty sure Maryland. London is non-binary, has been cast on the show, and they are from Nashville. So the two of them have never met before, but the very first day of filming, Dahlia bumps in to London and is super nervous and kind of like word vomits all over them, and then sees them later and is like, I wish you good luck. Why didn't you wish me good luck? Bah! And because it's very stressful being on the show. So they sort of both bond at that moment, and then the rest of the story is the two of them becoming closer as friends, and then the two of them starting a relationship. I'm going to say it's almost a grumpy sunshine. London at the beginning is very like very stressed out, but it's coming off as sort of grouchy, and Dahlia is just nervous energy, and so very talkative, very like out there sharing all the things all the time. So we watch the two of them on the show, though it's interesting because certain challenges or certain bits of the show we will see, and other times it's just like what they're doing when they're not filming. So I really liked the story. I really liked it a lot. Because we're not just getting their romance, but it's also like what the two of them want to do. So Dahlia is really banking on winning because she needs the money, while London comes from money and they want to start a nonprofit of some sort, but Dahlia at a certain point is like, they probably don't even need that money. Like they could probably get it from their family. It's at a certain point. But what is so fun to me is we're again, because we're not just getting the romance, we're seeing Dahlia is trying to figure out what to do with herself now that she's divorced. And London has a plan for what to do with the money if they win, but also is like trying to figure out career things. So the two of them are kind of on this like journey. London is also navigating the fact that they have come out and will be out once the show is out as non-binary to the entire world, or everyone who watches the show and their family. And there is some stuff happening with London's family, with their dad. Dahlia also has some issues with her mother, so they're both dealing with like family issues on top of being on the show and contending with the fact that they both suddenly like each other, which they didn't expect. Neither one of them expects to get into anything being on the show. I just had so much fun listening to it. It also made me very hungry because they're talking about food all the time. But it was so fun to me because I had literally just finished a season of MasterChef with my wife. And so I was just like, this is great. This is wonderful. So I really, really liked it. I would check out more of Anita Kelly, but I can't do that right now because actually I could probably get some from the library. I should look into that because I bet my library has some. But not in this video. I also, like, it is a steamy book. I don't know why I didn't think it would be steamy. I just didn't think about it. It is super steamy. There's steam throughout once the two of them get together. So that was very fun. I can't talk for super long because I am really busy. You're actually propped up on my desk so I can still see everything and I can talk a tiny bit while I'm waiting for things to pop up. But yes, so I really, really enjoyed that. Definitely would listen to more. I'm going to take a sip of coffee because I'm going to cough because I wanted to say one more thing before I have to go. If you don't know, because I haven't mentioned this, I have terrible asthma. So sometimes in videos I will just cough out of the blue because I either am talking too fast, or because the weather is being weird, or my asthma has just decided to flare a teeny bit. So it does happen. I don't think I've mentioned that. I mentioned it in a lot of my sit down videos because sometimes I just cough in them out of the blue. But yeah, terrible asthma. But anyway, so I finished that. Krista again has night court. So after work, I'm taking out all the dogs, feeding all the dogs dinner. And then I'm going to cook dinner in the hopes that she gets home before like 9. And if not, I can reheat dinner as needed. I need to prep cook a recipe that I need to fully cook tomorrow. The plan is to cook it on Saturday while Krista is again at night court. But it's going to be very curious. So I'm going to cook dinner, clean, and then cook additional food. And I need to finish watching Jennifer's Body because I didn't finish it last night while I was cooking. I knew I wouldn't just because I wasn't cooking for that long, but I just need to finish that. And then my plan while I'm cooking, because I'm going to be in the kitchen a lot today, is I am going to rent Bride of Chucky because it's not free on any streaming service right now, and watch it because I'm actually making mini meatloafs, which feels very meatball. And I really wanted to watch Bride of Chucky because it feels the most Valentine's-y of the Chucky movies. We have some plans for Valentine's-ish movies later on. So this video is like pre-Valentine's. I'm going to end it on the 13th and we're doing sort of a mini Valentine-y celebration-y thing because Krista has to work on Valentine's. And then we're actually doing Valentine's Day on the 16th. So that won't be in this video. That one is going to be its own extra bonus Valentine-y thing. But going back to that, I do so many things. So we're not watching any like specific Valentine's movies right now. We have some of those set aside for next week. But I really want to watch Imagine Me and You, which we both really, really like. I want to watch Debs, but I don't know if we're going to get to it. And I want to watch Bottoms. I've been trying to watch it for forever. My sister even rented it and was like, you could borrow it like through the thing. And we ran out of time. But I do want to watch it. And it looks like if you do a free trial of something, you can watch it for free. So fingers crossed I figured that out. So that's all going to happen before the 13th. But it's only Friday. Like, I've already finished 3? Yeah, 3 books. I have a stack next to me and I was like, did I finish? I've already finished 3 books. I'm going to read the Harley Quinn Eat, Bang, Kill tour comic tomorrow. It's in theme with the recipe I'm working on. And then I have another audiobook, Girls Like Girls, that I haven't listened to that I really do want to listen to, so I'm gonna fit that in, and I might squeeze in something else. But I'm kind of blowing through things because a lot of these were really short. And audio. If that hadn't been on audio, I wouldn't have finished it as quickly. So we'll see. I really want the 13th to be in this video, so worst case, I might take a day off, and then do the 13th. But yeah, so we'll see. We will see. But yes, so finish that. And I think that is everything because I am really busy. And I do need to go because stuff is starting to, I can tell that something's about to be done, that I'm gonna have to work on. But that was my quick update. I will show you food things that I'm working on, and I will show you the prep cook I'm doing tonight. Because I have to get some footage of it for Instagram too. So I have to have my phone and film a little bit, and all that jazz. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna probably throw on Jennifer's body in the background just because I'm on like the last, I think, 20 minutes. Just let it finish. And then, yeah, my work day is very close to over, but I am still very busy. So I have to go. I will see you in my kitchen again. There's so much kitchening in this video, but I will see you in my kitchen later. Bye. Good morning. I did say the next place you saw me, that was my oven, would be the kitchen, though it is a different day. I'm taking a sip of this coffee because I'm really tired. So last night, Krista actually got back from her night court way earlier than the day before. So she got home at like 6-ish. So there's a cat on the oven, which is super safe. So she got back at like 6. And since she was back so early, we just had dinner because I had finished making it. It was ready to go. I'm literally watching because the cats keep deciding they want to stand on the oven, which is bizarre because it's on. So we had dinner and then we just sort of relaxed because she hasn't been home like almost at all because of her regular work schedule and then her night court schedule. But it is possibly 8 now. So on the weekends there's morning court and evening court. And she headed out for morning court just a little bit ago. So I have made coffee. I've put on some cooking clothes, aka a sweatshirt that has a wipeable print on it because I'm working with tomato sauce. So I am going to be making something called a lasite, which is totally made up. So last year, the Harley Quinn animated series did a Valentine's Day special, and in the special, there's this food called a lasite ball, and it's made up. It's on the special menu at Mama Macaroni's, and it involves a lasagna inside a baked ziti inside a meatball, and it has to be vegan because they're for Ivy. So I am going to be making the lasagna and ziti portion now. I found vegan cheese, I have vegan tomato sauce, I have vegan pasta, which is really just regular pasta, but still, and regular tomato sauce. It didn't have any animal stuff in it. So I'm gonna be doing that, and then I need it to cool because I need to be able to cut it into like either circles or little squares. I don't know yet. But I have to make it this morning and then let it cool basically all day. And then tonight, I'm going to cut it and put it in little Beyond Meat like cup/balls. In the episode, there's like cheese on top. So I don't think I have to close it all the way. I think I just have to put extra vegan cheese on top to make it work, or like close it as much as I can and then put some. So that is the plan for today. I will show you what it looks like. I'm also going to be doing a little bit of like phone filming because I want to make a reel on it for Instagram. So I'm gonna do that, and that's really it. I have to start boiling water, the oven's preheated, and I'm going to chug this coffee and finish Bride of Chucky. So I started Bride of Chucky last night. I rented it, so I actually might watch it twice today to make up for the fact that I had to pay for it because it's not on Peacock anymore, which makes no sense to me because the TV series is still on Peacock, but whatever, I'm not the licensing people or whatever. Sorry, I'm really thirsty and I'm tired. My throat's a little scratchy, which is not convenient because I have to do Harley voice, and Harley voice is a lot higher than my normal voice. So I'm gonna go get to work on that, finish my show, movie thing, and I will catch up with you when I have some updates on the lasite. Alrighty, so talk to you later. Alright, behold the lasite. I don't know if this is any good. I have never used vegan cheese before, ever. It melted okay. The only downside is, so the lasagna noodles I grabbed are a kind I know my mom used to use. They're oven ready, so they're supposed to bake without any issue like normal pre-cooked pasta, but I can tell for sure that the spots where there's no sauce, the noodle didn't soften correctly. So really I'm gonna have to, like, when I put these in the balls, I know I'm gonna have to pull from the center, so I'm gonna have to like cut the sides off and only use the center portion of the lasite, because I know the noodles are softened in the middle, solely because there's no liquid on that, so it can't get cooked. And I remember that being a problem when my mom used to make lasagna. So like any part that didn't have sufficient sauce would just like not cook. But I know the rest of it is fine because I added a lot of cheese, a lot of sauce in the middle. And so normally use ricotta, but Krista is allergic to tree nuts, and like every recipe I looked at was like, use cashew cheese or like cashew ricotta. I'm not doing that because then she can't even attempt to try it, even though I'm not sure this is good. So I made like a faux ricotta. I took some of the mozzarella, I added some water, I let it sit for a couple days just to like give it like a wet consistency for the actual lasagna noodles. Then I covered all of the lasagna noodles in sauce. So they're covered in sauce. The ziti has sauce on it, so it really just has to cool until tonight. And then I will cut the very solidified lasite and put it in the Beyond Meat in like little meatball things. So this is gonna cool and we will see what happens. I will show you it in the balls unless that goes horribly awry, so that you know what it looks like. I don't know. It's an attempt. It's an attempt of a thing I've never done with ingredients I have never used. So yeah, good luck to me. All right. I'll have updates. I'm gonna, at some point today, read the one Harley comic I mentioned. So I'll talk to you about that when I read it. And then I'm gonna have Krista watch the special with me while we try these, even if they are awful. I feel like we should at least attempt to try them when I'm done. So I'm gonna go. You're just staring at a bowl of lasagna. So, or lasite. It's technically lasite, but I'm gonna go so you can stop staring at pasta. So talk to you later tonight. Hi. Yes, there's a cat behind me. So I'm dressed like Harley. I made the lasite balls, which I will show you. I have no idea if these are good. The lasagna ziti actually didn't look bad when I was cutting it, but I made Beyond Meat and I've never made that before, so I don't know. I'm waiting to try them till Krista gets home. We're gonna watch the Harley Valentine's Day special. I will change out of this before then, but so you can get the full effect. I might have to move my camera. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see my legs. Okay, so we're gonna get a fun, we're in my kitchen. Ta-da! Yes. I did not cook in this. I just changed into this to do the video bit. I am going to read the Harley comic. That is very crooked. Because that was my goal for today. But yes, so I need to change. This wig was a beast. So this camera does not want to be, there we go. I have only worn it one other time. It is, so when I bought it online, they showed it styled in pigtails, like animated Harley Quinn. But the issue is that it didn't arrive in pigtails. It arrived straight. And it turns out it's actually supposed to be Suicide Squad party Harley when she's in that party dress, like her hair is down. It's supposed to be that hair. And they're like, you can style it. The issue is I have never styled a wig. And while I had it in pigtails before, they sort of like fell and like bits of it are not doing what it's supposed to. So the issue is that I know for a fact, oh, my phone is ringing, I have to go. But I need to tweak this wig before I wear it anywhere else. But I'm gonna go. Eventually I'm trying these. So I'll let you know how that goes. Bye. Hello from my kitchen. I'm briefly procrastinating because I'm making this, I'm gonna show you, this does not look appealing, but I'm making this buffalo chicken crescent thing. I'll show you the picture. But like, one, they didn't give us these sticks they're talking about, but it involves wrapping crescent rolls a certain way, and I'm really bad at crescent roll wrapping, so I'm tiny bit of procrastination on that front. Okay, so yesterday I had grand plans of talking to you about the Harley Quinn food, the lasite balls, and the graphic novel, which I'm still not done with the graphic novel. I'm not complaining. Krista got home earlier from work, and then she had to go back, but in between we ate actual dinner. I made steak and mashed potatoes, which is a very different thing than a vegan lasagna ball. The lasagna ball I actually thought turned out really good. The center tasted good, so the ziti lasagna stack worked really well. I thought it tasted good. It wasn't like gross. I don't mind Beyond Meat. It's fine to me. Like, it's not a thing I like super like. I was vegetarian for a while. And when I was vegetarian, even when those came out, I was not like the biggest fan. I thought they were fine. I actually preferred, Morningstar Farms used to have a burger at Burger King that I really liked, and they replaced that with the Impossible Burger. And what's interesting is the Impossible Burger is not like, from what I remember, it is not actually like wildly, I mean, it's wildly different from the Morningstar Farms patty, but if I remember, like, Impossible meat is not like wildly more healthy for you, besides the fact that it's not red meat. I could be very wrong on this, but I remember looking it up at one point and I was like, there's not really like there's not a huge like caloric difference. It's almost like calorie for calorie. What's so weird to me is that the processed everything meat looks so similar to ground beef. It just has like little bits of white in it from the like soy protein they use, but it just looks like it actually almost looks like if you dye Rice Krispie treats red, like it looks like something that's been dyed red, which is weird to me, but it tasted fine. It was also kind of fried in olive oil in my oven, so I'm sure that helped. But I thought it was pretty good. I have one left. They were really big. Krista didn't really like it, but she does not like fake meat typically. Like, she just doesn't like the consistency. She doesn't really like the flavor, so I'm just gonna save it and eat it like for lunch tomorrow or something, just because I have it and I don't want it to go to waste. I also saved what was left of the lasagna ziti, because I thought it tasted fine, so I might eat more of that before it goes bad, which is good because it was vegan cheese and I did not know if I would like it or not. It's a little bit of a ramble, but the lasagna balls did turn out and I thought I should tell you. But yeah, so I didn't finish the Harley comic, and I was thinking about this because I was like, oh, I'm gonna post this video on the 14th. I'll film into the night of the 13th, and I realized that is definitely not going to work. So we're doing like a tiny Valentine's Day on the 13th. That's the oven. And I thought it would be fun to post that, but I realized that would actually work just fine with a different video I'm doing. So I actually think this will not be the last clip, but I'm ending the video on Super Bowl Sunday. I'll probably film an intro before work Monday morning, and then get all the footage uploaded throughout the day onto my computer, and then I can edit, and then I'll probably release it on the 13th, so that it goes up on the day before Valentine's Day, so people can watch it for Valentine's Day or Galentine's or whatever they want to do. And then I'll start filming kind of a weekly vlog that starts like Tuesday afternoon, because I have to decorate for Valentine's, because we are doing like a tiny thing, so I'm like, I bought some decorations that I want to put up. So I'm going to do that, and then we're actually doing our Valentine's Day on the 16th, so if I decorate for our tiny Valentine's Day, it'll be all ready for a like bigger Valentine's Day. And then I can't really film over the weekend because a friend of Krista's is gonna visit and we have stuff going on, and I don't want to try and film any of that because that feels slightly invasive. So I won't be filming that, but we are doing something Monday night that I want to talk about, so I'll probably just like open the next vlog on Tuesday morning or Tuesday in the evening or whatever. Actually probably Tuesday at lunch, not that this matters for you, but so I'll post this a little earlier than I planned, which means I'm ending early, which means I haven't really achieved all the things I wanted to achieve. I am gonna finish the Harley comic, which I actually have in the kitchen. Hold on, I'm just gonna grab it. I'm not even turning this up, you can just look at my back for a sec. So I've read this before, so this is a reread, but this is set in between season 2 and season 3 of Harley Quinn, the animated series. So this is the Eeping Kill Tour. I'm putting this back down. So that is all set during that like in between period. And then they mention the Eeping Kill Tour in the show, but they show you different stuff. The comics don't ever really tie directly into the series at all. I just think they're fun, and I like the writer for them, and I really like the art in the first set they did. They changed artist for the second set of comics, and sadly I was not a fan of the art style from either artist they used, and with comics the art style is such a huge deal, at least for me, that like I couldn't just read it for the story. So I own it, I just don't really reread it because I only have the individual issues. but I am rereading it. It's fun. I really like this one. They introduced Vixen and her girlfriend, who only really exist in the comics. The author really wanted to have them in there. There's a lot of good representation. It's a really fun read. So if you haven't watched the show, I wouldn't suggest you read the comic, but I would say definitely watch the show. The Valentine's Day episode is super sweet, and it is set in between seasons 3 and 4. So you have to like watch the series to watch any of the things that I've talked about for Harley Quinn. But this does mean we haven't watched any of the movies I mentioned, which we've just been so busy. Chris has been doing so much work. So I still, if you haven't watched them, because I haven't talked about them really, and I know I look kind of a hot mess, I am not feeling great. We went out for lunch at a hibachi restaurant with Krista's parents. Like, they wanted to meet up and go to lunch, and they're letting us borrow their car while our car's getting checked out. And so we did like the car swap, and just like something was up at the hibachi place. Like, we don't know that our food was fully cooked. I'm not a huge fan of eating at the hibachi table. And I feel like the hibachi guy we had like just was like off his game, or like maybe we're his first cook of the day. And we had some special requests, like certain food couldn't be cooked at certain times. But we don't think, so I don't really eat a lot of it. Like, I eat the vegetables, and then Krista gives me some of the seafood she gets, but we don't think the scallops that she ordered were cooked fully. They just like had a weird, like, they tasted fine, but like both of us did not feel well afterward. I still don't feel great. I've kind of had a headache off and on all day, so I haven't really filmed, but I need to get this cooked today, so I'm doing that. So like I feel okay. My stomach's just kind of like bleh. But yeah, anyway, so the movies, I'm gonna make this quick because we're gonna do an ending clip before I go to bed, because I have one more thing I wanted to talk about in this, so I am gonna talk about that before the video ends, but I'll do that from my office. So sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Movies. I'm so sorry. I feel so scatterbrained. So I mentioned I wanted to watch Imagine Me and You and Debs and Bottoms. No, Bottoms is a new release that like just came out end of last year. I'm gonna cough again. I'm so sorry. When I'm not feeling well, my asthma just is awful. But so Bottoms, the best way I can describe it is it's high school fight club involving queer teens. And that's all I can tell you. It's comedy. My sister really liked it, and I've been trying to watch it, but just we have not had the time. And the other two movies we've seen before. So Imagine Me and You is a female-female romance that stars Piper Perabo and Lena Headey. And Piper Parabo's character is getting married. Lena Headey is the florist. There's like an immediate like falling for you moment, and then they become very attached to each other, very connected in each other's lives, and there's a romance. It is a very good movie. It's very well done. If you like Buffy, Giles is in it. But it's very good. It's a really well done movie, and it's not new. Like, it's been out for a long time. The other one is Debs, which is a super campy, gay spy school romance where these girls are all they're becoming Debs. They're going to this like spy school that's super hard to get into. And then the main character falls for the evil villain, Lucy Diamond. And it's just campy, and it's fun, and it's delightful. But we have not had the time to watch, like, we've been watching like some cooking shows before we go to bed, and that's really it. Which is still fun, but like we just have not had time for a movie. We're going to try and go, I think, and see a movie Monday night, unless something changes, but that won't be in this video. Sorry. It'll be in the next one though, I promise. I will talk about it. I'm just sorry that I didn't like get to all the stuff. I'm also going to hold off and listen to the audiobook for Girls Like Girls in a different video just later on. Worst case scenario, June, because I want to do like a big Pride video. But as of right now, that's all I've got for you. I'm gonna make this crescent thingy. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And then I promise there'll be like a closer where I talk about this really fun thing I wanted to talk about. And then we'll end the video there, and then I'll make an intro later, because I feel like the intro to this one is a little like all over the place. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna show you this very goofy Super Bowl thing I'm trying to make when it's done, and perhaps I will tell you if it's good or not in the ending video. If it's awful, I'll just tell you it's awful. Anyway, I have to go. I have to cook this. I've been putting it off. I'm gonna put booktube back on and get to work. But yeah, I'm really just like trying not to do these crescents because I'm so worried I'm gonna screw them up. It's very possible because I've screwed up crescent stuff before. Wish me luck. All right, I will talk to you later to close out this video. Hello, we are using an empty dog food container, like a reusable one, as a tripod. Smooth jazz is playing. 4 puppies are roaming about the living room with various toys. So if there's barking or growling, I don't know what to tell you. Krista had to go back to work, so I'm filming the outro of this video now. I did manage to finish reading / rereading, because I've read this before, the lovely Eat Bang Kill Tour Harley Quinn book. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'm also Cliffgo Ever After over there. I'll be posting a bunch of Harley content on probably like the 14th, the week of Valentine's Day. Oh gosh. Chloe is whining because our kitten, Goose, is sitting on the stairs and she's obsessed with her, but Goose does not like dogs. She thinks they're too big, they're too loud, and she does not like them. But she likes watching them, so she like sits and stares at them from the steps. But anyway, official wrap-up time. So, in this video, I read The Princess and the Grilled Cheese, which was super freaking cute. I read Pride and Prejudice in Pittsburgh, which was fun. Time travel element was, well, described for me. I had a lovely time reading it. I like the author's writing style, but I feel like I would recommend She Gets the... No, that's not it. Oh no, it's not She Gets the Girl. What is it called? No. Sorry, my asthma is still being a butt. Oh, actually it is She Gets the Girl. Yeah, that is it. Oh my gosh. Her book, one of the books, the queer book she wrote in tandem with her partner. They also wrote 5 Feet Apart together, but that one is not queer, to my knowledge. All the dogs are just wandering and trying to find toys they dropped in between the couch and an ottoman. Yeah, that's what we call them. We call them Rottomans, because Rottweilers. They dropped a toy and they're looking for it. Okay, read that. So that's 2. I listened to the audiobook for Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly, which was really fun. I do want to check out more from her. I really enjoyed it. I liked the cooking element. I liked the sort of grumpy sunshine-esque dynamic and all of the like elements of the story that were going on in their lives that were outside of the relationship itself. Really enjoyed that. Then I just reread Harley Quinn as my other book. Chloe, you're not supposed to be in there. I can see you because of my camera. Hello, Chloe. Hello. Hi. There's gonna be a little ruckus for a sec. Yeah. Chloe's in our downstairs bathroom / laundry room, which is where she's not supposed to be. They're all trying to knock the camera off. I've never filmed like this before. I probably won't do it again, but I just want to get this outro done. So finish that. She's whining at a cat. I promise I'm almost done. You were here for Lizzie Balls. It was a fun time. I will get this up hopefully on the 13th. Everyone is getting so chaotic. I do have to go. But I did want to talk about one thing before I ended the video because it fits so well with Queer-entine. Oh my gosh, Clo, she's fine. Leave her alone. Goodness. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about is this, gotta know, not this comic, but Wynonna Earp, a series that was on Sci-Fi. It's a Canadian series, but it was a Sci-Fi show. It got canceled in like 2021. It's actually coming back for a new 90-minute special on Tubi. It hasn't been made yet, but the entire cast and the head creator, she's back to do the show, so it'll be 90 minutes, and I'm super excited because I really liked the show. I love Wynonna. She technically is not queer. I like to think Wynonna is bisexual, but the queer couple in it, Waverly and Nicole Hott, Way Hot, they are both coming back. I'm very excited, and I want to talk about it. I was hoping when they made the announcement that I would get time to read this. This is Wynonna Earp Legends. We have a bunch of Wynonna Earp comics that we picked up at like conventions, through Kickstarters. This one is the one where Waverly officially appears in the comics because she was created for the show, and then the writer of the comics added her in. Oh my goodness, Chloe, it's just a kitty. Oh goodness, I'm gonna have to go. But that was my big announcement that I was excited about. So if you're excited about Wynonna Earp coming back, let me know. Again, you can find me on Instagram at Cliffgo Ever After. And I hope you enjoyed this. I know it wasn't exactly what I had planned, but I hope you still liked it. And I gotta go because Chloe is driving this cat up a wall. All right, bye internet people. I will see you later.